Hey y'all, it is your girl Fallon, and I am here with another video. And this time we are going to be talking about some of the things I think that I would have done instead of the Force Awakens that we got. But first, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for all my content. Lately it's a lot of Star Wars. I'm going to be doing some videos about the Black Jewel series by Anne Bishop because I absolutely love it, and I probably will also bring up like plot holes that they have. But Force Awakens, first movie. Okay, so the first thing that I would absolutely correct is the fact that Rey did not have a hero's journey. Hero's journey has always been an important part of this franchise. Every main character has had a hero's journey, whether the rise or fall. With Luke, we got to see the conflicts, the hero's journey, that he struggled. Rey did not struggle at all. I honestly think they should have fixed that. If I was in charge, I would try to figure out how to redo everything and put it in the way it should have been. And that the hero's journey isn't necessarily all in one movie, but it needs to be over the course of a trilogy, which is what this was supposed to be, besides a dumpster fire. A very large one that somebody added gasoline to. Tell me I'm wrong. But yeah, it's like, there's so much. If we were going to say that Han was going away, that he died, I think they should have done something different as a send-off. And if he didn't want to be part of the franchise anymore, there's a number of ways they could have done it. I can't think of off the top of my head. But if you do think of any ways that you would have sent off Han Solo, what would it have been? I'm honestly curious. I would have made Finn a very more important part of the series, especially since they set up Finn to be important. That you thought he was going to be trained as a Jedi because he seemed to have some Force sensitivity. And I would have made that an important part. Because they didn't really have a trio. And a trio is something that has been an important part of the series, the main characters. And it would have been Rey, it would have been Finn, and I'm guessing it would have been Poe. And I'm really on the fence about Ben Solo, Kylo Ren. I would have definitely made a decision in the first one if we were going to show any chance of redeeming qualities. But considering what he did in the first movie, forcing himself into Rey's mind, or at least trying to, until she turned it back on him, I wouldn't have done that. But they tried to make this movie way too much like A New Hope. And I think that was one of its pitfalls. I would have just made an original story, but I also would have used the documents that George Lucas gave Lucasfilm, and they didn't use it, which is why they failed. I think they took a little bit here, a little bit there, but they didn't actually use the Lucas treatment. He gave them the keys to the kingdom. Fans were waiting for this, and they screwed it up. I don't know the full extent of what was in there, but I definitely would have used it. But that's just me. One major thing, I would have used Luke in a way that fit his character, fit the story. Honestly, I believe Mark Hamill did say this, that he kept on saying that it didn't make sense, that Luke was teased in the trailers constantly, and then you don't see him till the end. Honestly, I would have liked to see maybe some Force talking between Luke and Leia. They're twins. They've always had that connection. And I would have liked seeing some of that. Luke and Leia coming to the rescue to save Han, because that's what should have happened. To have the original trilogy, that would have been the perfect send-off. Them together, fighting together, side by side. And then Luke taking some new students, maybe after Ben's fall, that he... And honestly, I do not like what they did with having Luke be the one that pushed Ben to become Kylo Ren. I'm like, that doesn't even fit his character. Seriously. But yeah, there's a number of things I would have done, but mainly I would have fleshed out the characters much more. It just looks like they were trying to take a little bit here, a little bit there, and think, oh, it's original. Bull. Honestly, they ruined their chance with this film, and it got worse than the next one. But seriously, I would have given them a send-off that they deserved to have. And that Leia's still being a general, still leading rebellions, and her brother and husband are right there with her. I think that's one of the parts they failed. It's sad, but true. But what do y'all think? Is this some of the stuff you think that they should have done? Or is there something that you think would have been better? I'd love to hear from y'all down below in the comment section. This is Millennial Me, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.